fashion cookies today!
Hang on for the loop!
3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
I'm Ricky!
And I'm Brittany.
As we all know, God's peace is very real.
But the world around us seems unreal sometimes. I mean, you've got school drama, family drama,
Digital drama, American drama.
global drama.
People call it chaos, and it can all just be so overwhelming.
But God's peace restores the broken world around us.
Just like the symphony song says, even in the madness, there is peace.
You just have to look for it.
And have an active role in making peace.
And I prefer to think that the future looks bright instead of chaotic.
Yeah, I bet the future does look bright. Listen over to Wendy for our weather forecast, our 5-day Loop Show weather forecast. Wendy, how's it looking?
Thanks, Richie. Checking in with our Loop Show radar, things don't look good. As you can see on the map here, starting Monday, doom and gloom will dominate most of the country, causing waves of panic and anger. Midday Tuesday, sweeping in from the north, is a cold shoulder front that will collide with this giant wall of problems and cause a swirl of awkward conversations in most friend groups. Expect visibility to be insulting. Starting Wednesday, we should start to see a steady rise in chaos that will make the enterprise of being alive extremely hazardous. The highs will be absent and the lows will be crippling. In fact, I'm just gonna downgrade this 5-day forecast to a giant question mark for the end of the week because I have no earthly idea what will happen here. Unless your weekend plans include curling up on the floor of your closet and asking, what's the purpose of Earth? Go ahead and cancel all plans. Look for sunshine to return, but don't expect it because we can't really control anything, much less a giant ball of incandescent gas in the sky. If normalcy arrives, and that's a strong if, hold on tight and wait for the other shoe to drop because it always does. For Loop Show Weather, I'm Wendy Rainbow Perkins. Back to you in the studio, guys.
That was bleak.
Someone needs to share some peace with Wendy, please.
Wendy,
Please.
why would you tell us all of that?
I didn't know Doppler radars could pick that kind of stuff up. But even when storm clouds are forming, we can still make peace.
Absolutely. Let's check this out.
I've been learning all about this super cool art, the Japanese art of Kintsugi. And Kintsugi is the process of joining broken pottery with glue that's been filled with gold or silver or platinum. And it celebrates the cracks. It celebrates the breaking as part of the story, as part of the history of the object, instead of something to be ignored, hidden, or disguised. Kintsugi is about joining things together that have been destroyed. You see, as followers of Jesus, we're called to be peacemakers, not just recipients of peace or people that get peace, but we're called to be people that make peace, that give peace, people that make peace here on earth, like the peace that God has given us. Peace that brings gratitude, peace that brings freedom, peace that brings hope. I don't know about you, but sometimes the world can feel so loud that I can't get a moment of peace. And that's what God's peace promises us. God's peace promises us stillness. God's peace promises us hope. And that's the kind of peace we can give to other people. You see, peace doesn't destroy things. It's not a destructive act. Peace doesn't come from criticizing your friend. Peace doesn't come from comparing yourself to someone on social media or in real life. Peace doesn't come from complaining. Peace is made by building things up, by joining things together, just like this broken pottery. This is how God makes peace, by restoring the things that we break here on earth. And when we make peace by encouraging a friend or by spending time in the Bible, when we make peace by being thankful or believing in the hope that Jesus offers us, when we make peace, we look more like Jesus.
We love that idea of Kintsugi, so we wanted to try to do something very similar with something that's very near and dear to our hearts. Dessert! Thank you.
we're gonna be taking these broken pieces and restoring it together, mending it.
All right, so we just start?
Yeah.
This is like a cookie puzzle, which I am looking forward to the reward of finishing this one.
It is like a puzzle piece. Hey, Ricky, remember when I told you I actually do puzzles?
Yes!
This is like a
What strategy
puzzle.
should I be going for?
You know, the pieces, the size matters.
Okay.
Of course, where it fits, mends together, restore it.
Okay, some of these pieces I don't think are in the right
I think
place.
someone took a little bite out of that. But that's fine.
I think I'm gonna have an extra piece. I'm just gonna have
Just gonna make the middle some
a little
icing.
cookie that look a little different, but that's okay.
But I'm sure it looks great still.
It's gonna taste great. She did that in 10
All right.
minutes. Sorry, in 1 minute.
It's not a race, Ricky, but
Okay, you're right. I'm just gonna let this.
it's a work of art.
Thank you. Thank you for your encouragement.
Yeah. Just put a little
Cookie.
more icing in it, you know? If you're missing a couple pieces,
Yeah, there we go.
couple areas.
Perfect. So here is my cookie. As you can see.
Okay.
It
Well, what happened to the top there?
well,
So-
I'm pretty sure this went somewhere in the middle. I ran out of space with reconstructing this cookie, so I just added it on top. So now it's better than a circular cookie. It's now a circular cookie with some extra cookie on it,
Okay.
which
and you,
I think is always a win when you have cookies with your cookie.
That's true. You kind of went thin on the icing too. Icing's the best part.
You're right. Actually, with Kintsugi, instead of icing, they actually use gold filament. So if you were to have a broken pot, you are gluing it together essentially with gold and therefore making it more valuable than it was originally.
Yeah, so I think we did a good job repairing our cookies.
Yeah, and this is dessert. But what does it look like to repair the world with peace?
I hope that there's someone here that if you've been living in fear, if you're anxious all the time, if you're afraid of what's going to happen, where the economy is going, where the world is going, because we know Jesus, we do not live in fear. He gives us a peace that is not of this world. It is from his kingdom. We live by faith and not by fear. In fact, I love the way the New Living Translation translates the words of Jesus when it says this. Jesus said, I am leaving you with a gift. This is a gift. Some of you should receive this gift today. If someone gives you a gift, you should be excited. And when you open up the gift, you cheer and you say, thank you for this gift. Our God is giving you a gift. And the gift he gives is peace of mind and heart. When the rest of the world lives in fear, we open up the gift from our God. Peace of mind and peace of heart. A peace that is not anything this world would understand. Is a peace that only comes from heaven. Jesus says, the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or be afraid.
Let the peace that comes from Christ rule in your hearts. For as members of one body we are called. Let the peace that comes from Christ rule in your hearts. For as members of one body we are called. Whoa, whoa, to live in peace. Whoa, whoa, and always be thankful. Whoa, whoa, to live in peace and always be thankful. Peace when I'm restless. Peace when my heart breaks. Peace in the chaos. Peace when my world shakes. The peace that you give me is more than the world takes. Peace when my heart breaks. Peace in the chaos. Always be peace when my world shakes. Peace that you give me, live in peace is more than the world takes. Everybody sing. Whoa, whoa, to live in peace.
Tastes good.
Now, visually, I'm sure this just looks like a bunch of cheese. It's not. It's just imagine like really delicious mall food court cookie icing. That's what this is. So, Brittany. Is there a time in your life where God has repaired a situation for you with peace?
Yeah, actually, well, there was this one time a friend was kind of being really mean to me, and I just didn't understand. And so, I tried to talk to her, and she wouldn't really give me an answer, but then I just prayed about it and just kind of left it alone and just asked God for his peace. Just what do I do? How do I handle this? And later on, she apologized, and our friendship was back together, and it was repaired and mended, so.
That's awesome.
It was just so good because just knowing that we can both understand each other and just God was in it all, we can fully rely on his peace. That's what's most important, and it brings comfort.
Yeah, I find whenever I'm going through difficult situations, just being reminded of how Jesus showed up as peace in different situations and how that's how we're called to show up, it helps me to, first off, really calm down. And like usually if I'm mad at someone for something, I'm like, that's right. Jesus is called like the Prince of Peace, and like that we have to focus on like how we're showing up and are we modeling Jesus?
Yeah, that's really good. Or even too, you can try to find peace in the world. Let's say, for example, you are with somebody at the grocery store, and you can just tell that the cashier is just not having a good day, and you just show them Jesus, share peace with them, share a smile, share have a good day, and just try to talk with them, and so that they can find God's peace overall, because that's ultimately what we want. Is we want to show Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I feel like metaphorically speaking, there are broken cookies everywhere, and we can either make more crumbs or we can be some gold frosting and repair it with peace.
That's good. I choose to be frosting.
Yes.
So what does it look like to make peace in this world? Well, as peacemakers, we've been tasked with this opportunity that when there is chaos, we face it head on. We don't turn our eyes away from any kind of injustice in this world. We don't turn our eyes away from something that we know is wrong when we know we can do something right about it. There are people in this world who do not have a voice of their own to lift up, so we, as peacemakers, will lift our voice for them. We will protect the dignity of every single human being that's ever been created by God. And instead of competing with one another to beat each other, we cooperate with one another to help each other. Chaos will be all around us, we know this, but together as peacemakers, we will stand together firmly. We will love, we will protect, and we will build each other up. Because there will be a day where there is no more chaos in this life. There is no more turmoil. There's no more injustice. A day that we are in God's presence and all will be perfect. But until that day, we have a choice to make. Do we sit by and let things happen and not contribute? Or do we take the opportunities that God's given us along with the abilities that God has given us to make peace? And do we choose to make peace in this world? Because of what Jesus did for us and because of the love that God has for us, we as peacemakers have opportunities all around us to make peace flourish in this world.
When your world is full of chaos, this peace prayer can help. Start with gratitude. Fill in the blank with whatever you're thankful for. Words that express the things you have that give you peace. Here's an example. Thank you for your restoration in this world. God, help me increase your peace. Surge your peace through me and give me grace. You make all things new. Amen. Thanks for joining me as a guest host, Brittany.
It was a blast. Thanks for having me on. It was a mostly peaceful experience.
We are called to make peace.
When things get chaotic, instead of adding to the noise, increase the peace.
How can you fix the broken things in the world that you live in?
God's peace is deep, it's lasting, and it's real.
So go share it with everyone.
See you soon, and enjoy the ride.
If you like this video, you will love this really cool video of someone ice sculpting stuff out of ice. So in honor of that, ice puns, get ready. It would be so ice of you to subscribe.
Just let it go and subscribe.
Nobody else is subscribing, so subscribe.
It's a snow-brainer.
That's better. That's better use of snow.